My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
So I was about to do video number 2 and I'm looking at some stuff and I'm seeing all the Voyovat stuff are popping on my timeline. I just need to... Where's Camilla Tomney? Oh, what is that? Okay, I just saw something regarding Camilla Tomney. Okay, I don't see it. I should have done it when I saw it. Okay, so I went on and blacked some people. And, okay. So, while I was blacking some people, I came across some tweets. Let's see here. That's not that. I just did this and I was falling asleep doing it. And then I walked to the kitchen to make more coffee. I was walking in the dark because I usually do that. And my husband turned on the light the same time as I got to the kitchen. He scared the hell out of me and I scared the hell out of him. So I did my IOU already. If you guys know about last week, the switch and bait. Okay, I did my IOU today. But anyway, so these are some new tweets I just added. And I was supposed to do these 19 tweets that were old. And the ones before the, what is it, Meghan's lawsuit defamation case came out, I don't even think I'm going to touch them unless there's nothing to do. But other than that, let's focus on more recent tweets, okay? So let's push this aside. I didn't go on my back end. It's the same thing as video 1. Okay, so I came across this. First, let me just say, it's near impossible to find a photo of Kate Middleton that hasn't been photoshopped. Now, to the reason for this post, is it me or does Kate Middleton's headpiece look just like the headpiece Prince William's Love Rose wore in 2017? Okay, I don't know. So, could be. I really don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm just sharing that with you. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. There's one comment. Okay, word on the street was Rose one is apparently a real and genuine heirloom. And Kate's one is a thin foil replica. Okay, so that's that. I'm moving on. I just saw it and I added to the list. Next one. There's this one. Sir, she didn't even come to your king's coronation. Remember she left you guys? I know it hurts, but that's the truth. Okay, so she retweeted this. Okay, I won't criticize Meghan for starting a new business. Good luck to her. Just stay away from the UK as we want nothing more to do with her. And then she's saying here, she didn't even bother coming to your king's coronation. So what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so that was that. No comment from the squad. When did she tweet it? 2:14 a.m. a few minutes ago. Now let me go to that here. What the hell? Oh, that was to her tweet. Okay, she tweeted that and then this guy came and responded and then she responded back and said she didn't even come to your coronation. Let's see here. Isn't it crazy how British media, royalists, and William and Kate fans whine every time Meghan step out of her house or reveal a new project? She lives in the US, a whole different country. Future's 5,000 miles away. Yet they act like she forced them to look at her or think they are her target audience. It's a sickness, okay? If you don't like me and still watch everything that I do, bitch, you're a fan. And this is where this guy came and saying, oh, I like your business and everything, just don't come to the UK. And then she responded and said, she didn't even come to your coronation, so what the hell are you talking about? Okay, Tim, apparently you've been in a coma for the last 4 years. then you can be more specific and say, quote, she has to stay away from the UK for the funeral because that's the only reason she could have come back to this country for a day. Okay, there's that here. Nobody wants to visit said Little Britain. She turned down your king's invitation to his coronation. That should give you a clue. Although data have shown that she can stop the UK citizen from voraciously consuming every content she produces that you will have to live with. Okay, I'm sure the feeling is very much mutual for her. All right, after this, that's it. The data begs to differ. UK is actually one of her biggest supporters and customers of her content. All that without stepping her foot in the country. Should she decided to do so in the future, guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I'm leaving that alone. Let's go on. I like the response that came in under his. Okay, next tweet. All this all a bit more recent. There's that here. Why should Meghan pause her project and put her life on hold over the people who abuse her? She left Ireland 4 years ago, yet the people who claim they hate her talk every time she moves. You ask her to leave.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
And she did. So what's the problem? Okay, there's that here. I think she was very scared in that moment. Look at her face here. But I kind of see why they're also obsessed with Meghan and Harry. She has so much going on for herself. Meanwhile, there's been radio silent and palace since begging of since this year, since the beginning of this year. I think that's what she meant. Okay, she has a title that was given to her from the UK in good faith to not misuse it as long as she has them, which hopefully the UK reacts and takes them away. Oh, you forgot? Where are these people? I'm gonna go into it to see what. Oh, that's an ad. I don't even need to. Let's go straight to that. See the comment here. Okay, she has a title that was given to her from the UK in good faith to not misuse it as long as she has them, which hopefully the UK reacts and takes them away. The UK will have an eye on it. Those titles come with a responsibility and not to merge them for own profit. Okay, she offered to give it back and your king refused. She can do whatever the F she wants. She is not a slave to you, your king or country. She's American. Okay, when did she do that? Oh, she didn't know. I need to bring in some of my content here where I posted. When did she do that? Send the interview a statement she did where she wanted to give it back. If she's American, why using a title from a foreign country she doesn't like, if not for cashing in? Okay, I need to look for my thing. Let me pause and look for it. Okay, I found it. This is what I'm gonna put. Okay, let me copy the link. I had to open another window. Alright, where did she do that? What divorce? I don't think she could put. Okay. I don't think she could. She offered to give it back. Okay, I think it was this one. She has a title. Okay. Alright, so let's leave that alone and move on. If by the time I finish this video, they respond. Next tweet. Whew, my goodness. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are living their best life, knowing they are living rent-free in every British journalist's head. You love to see it. There's that here. All of them following her on IG too. Okay, I hate this too. So why are you here? Why are you here? Okay, so why are you here? So there it is here. Why are you even commenting on this tweet when you clearly see it is about them? There's that, and then black. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Whoo, there's some people I don't understand. What was it at the beginning of this video? I was seeing a whole bunch of tweets regarding the royal rats, and I'm like, why the hell are they coming on my timeline? So they probably wants to force feed people their BS. So I just went in black. I didn't even bother commenting on that thing. I just went on black. Blacking spree. Okay, next tweet. Meghan Markle did say they wanted her to be 50% of herself.
Been given advice that it would be best if she could be 50% less than she was. Wow. That was the quote. If she could be 50% less. And I remember hearing that in 2018 and said specifically to her, I don't know how you're going to survive being half of yourself.
Wow, I think it's...
UK press is now losing their shit over her launching on Instagram American Riviera Orchard, saying it overshadows Prince William. Anyway, how cute are these little Sam Smiths on Prince Archie? Just ordered for my nephew. There's that here. Now, I'm editing this video a day later, and on my earlier this morning, March 17 video, I think I have 2 videos on today's recording, is that I came across a screenshot. I'll look for it and share it. Look at the screen. That there during, I think Williams, no, they didn't show the numbers. It didn't do too well. There wasn't too many traction in comparison to Harry's talking with the 20 winners during the Princess Diana's award. Okay, Harry had more traction than William. It said it, but I didn't see the numbers. But maybe I'll do my own analytic on Google and see what were the numbers on that day. Okay, so that's it. When they were pregnant. Okay, Stan Smith, she correct herself. Archie looks just like her. What are people in the comments talking about anyway? Unless Willie is launching a lifestyle brand, what does he have to do with this? Yes, took his mama's whole face, and exactly, they're probably just trying to attach William's name to Meghan's new venture. Alright, so that's that. Whew. These people. There's more comment. Let's move on. I just want to go over this really quick. Okay, so this one I saw. It's 1 minute and 14 seconds. What it is about. Look at Queen Elizabeth legacy now. British royal family is compared to North Korea. Speculation that George may be thrown out of the line of succession by a love child. What? And the TV news fan flames about Kate faking surgery. Well done, Prince William and Kate Middleton. What is going on here? Where is this? Is it in the UK? Fax 11. I don't know. So let's listen.
There's this report of a potential love child who may be older than the...
Alex, there's also a report that she's had a Brazilian butt lift and her bangs haven't worked out. So
if there is a love child and the love child is older than George, who is in line to be the king, would that love child potentially become the king or queen of England?
If the child was acknowledged, technically, yes. If the child was acknowledged, technically, yes. But this is all speculation, as we say. It wouldn't be the first time in history. It would probably be about the 1000th when there'd be rumours.
Wait a second. Okay, I raised this a very long time ago. On Pure YTE. This channel, our Pure Team Sussex and our part of Pure Service, was not in existence at all. There were people who came in the comment section in that particular video saying something. What did they say? Either it has to be acknowledged. I don't know. I raised this issue before. That was even before I knew about the Rose thing. What was the discussion about where I raised that topic? Oh my Lord. Oh, it could have been because of Charles and Camilla's son, that I believe the guy is in Australia or something, and he's saying he's the love child of Prince Charles and Camilla, and this is when I raised that, and then people were saying something, but then again, they will have to be acknowledged. He wasn't acknowledged. This is a whole bunch of mess. Let's listen to this.
Of royal love children around, but the line of succession has very much been thrown into the headlines recently, with Prince Harry stepping away from royal duties, Prince Andrew being exiled. There are only 5 working royals at the moment. Charles came to the throne. He wanted to slim down the royal family, which was great news for the British public, who paid $300 million for them every year in their taxes. And
if this is true, this is the work of... because I read somewhere allegedly this Chumley whatever Wax Savage from CBS thing was talking about. They say something from another post somewhere that there's some line, I don't know, some family members or something. Oh my God, she is taking it over. Oh my Lord, and she's gonna make it happen because this is why she get buddies with the tabloid. Oh my Lord, this is something. Let's finish.
And that's why they feel they have a right to know what's going on.
Do we have confirmation that she did have abdominal surgery?
We do not have confirmation that she did have abdominal surgery. We had to take the word for it. But today, the palace has been called an unreliable news source and even compared with North Korea. So who knows what to believe?
Well, and you said that.
Wait, there's something he said here. Let me play it all over. There's a part where he said something about, the taxpayers who pay, they need to know. So this is the thing that, this is why Harry had to leave, because they wanted to get into his business. And this is why he paid back the Fragmore. Let's listen to it.
There's this report of a potential love child who may be older than the...
Alex, there's also a report that she's had a Brazilian butt lift and her bangs haven't worked out. So
if there is a love child and the love child is older than George, who is in line to be the king, would that love child potentially become the king or queen of England?
If the child was acknowledged, technically, yes. But this is all speculation, as we say. It wouldn't be the first time in history. It would probably be about the 1000th when there'd be rumours of royal love children around. But the line of succession has very much been thrown into the headlines recently, with Prince Harry stepping away from royal duties, Prince Andrew being exiled. There are only 5 working royals at the moment. Charles came to the throne. He wanted to slim down the royal family, which was great news for the British public, who pay $300 million for them every year in their taxes, and that's why they feel they have a right to know what's going on.
Do we have confirmation that she did have abdominal surgery?
We do not have confirmation that she did have abdominal surgery. We had to take the word for it. But today, the palace has been called an unreliable news source and even compared with North Korea. So who knows what to believe?
Well, and you said that.
And you know another thing that I'm getting as well? If what is being said is true, and the people are angry of William's behavior as the heir, and then there's a love child, which probably people might be freaking upset about him for messing the line of succession, and then remove all of his side, his children and everything out. There's a... Let's go to the next tweet. All these are brand new. I'm probably gonna make this a video by itself and make it public. Okay, before I go to the next one. So there's another thing that's happening here, and I saw it and I posted on my community board already. There will be a breaking news this morning. Expect to hear about some existential crisis this morning. Let's see. Breaking news as at BBC royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell stands in the rain for yet another day. Quote, I can now report the monarchy faces an existential crisis, one I have never known in all my years of cover-up coverage. But my lips are sealed on these new unfolding events. There's that here. Well, okay, I think Harry is going to remove himself and his kids from the line of succession. Okay, then that guy retired from the BBC. There's that here. All right, I thought I comment on it. Maybe it's from another one. All right, so that's the recent. I see someone. Okay, let's see here. This is something else. I think I covered this from another thing here. So let's continue. I'm only 17 minutes. I don't know what is this. I don't want to. I saw this before. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, next tweet. There's that here. The UK media isn't happy about how the US media is reporting about Prince William and Kate Mother's Day's fraudulent family picture. Jen Moore, the ugly feeding frenzy over Kate and the US proves the royals must be more transparent. Okay, so that was the 14th March. All right, let's go into it. This might come as a shock, but here in the UK, newspapers and broadcast media still treat the royal family with a significant degree of respect. The respect doesn't return. That's the thing with the British royal family. They don't respect people. They throw nonsense. And pretty much their behavior is putting down the country, which is what Harry have said at some point. Paraphrasing, not like that. A blue ribbon of difference. I think he was talking about the media. Okay, a blue ribbon of difference and restraint, a cushion of comfort afforded to a few others, callers or reporting on their activities. For the British royals and the British media, the rules of engagement are subtly different. In America, no such niceties exist. There is no demarcation between royalty and celebrity, and in America, at the moment, the gauntlet are off. Lurid gossip has been published in U.S. newspapers based on nothing more than speculation. On popular chat shows, programs watched by millions, our royals have been discussed and openly mocked. Okay? Like how you did to Meghan? Okay, there has been much ridicule of the Mother's Day photograph taking of the Princess of Wales and gleeful mockery of the vast ongoing conspiracy regarding her lack of public appearances. The Washington Post published a Home Alone style cartoon of Prince William holding a cardboard cutout of his wife in front of a palace window. Hey, you guys did all sort of things about Meghan. Okay, now pay back. But Washington Post, is it New York Post or Washington Post that one of their buddies on? Okay, but they were good with Meghan being paraded with excrement thrown at her. Sad off. Okay, the Stephen Colbert show got them butt hurt. There's the laugh here. They desperately wanted America's attention. They got it. Okay, they expect Americans to treat them seriously when their stories are always in the gossip magazine. Clowns. Okay, next tweet. So let's continue. Now I'm in the mood. If I feel like I might cut the first portion of it, I'll cut it, put it by itself. Next tweet, let's pause this. I love how those blame Harry and Meghan articles are getting ratioed. There's yes here. They lost the plot so hard, they seeing this guy. Who is that? This is the Twilight Zone. Okay, yep, I even left a couple. There's that here. It's our relaxing era. The Sussex crowd can just watch the New World Army take over the fight for Harry and Meghan. We just chillax like Meghan. There's that here. After this, that said, that's always there to go to blame everything on Meghan people or seeing through it and seeing hypocrisy of be kind to Kate while they all still attacking Meghan. Next one. Let's try to move fast because it's like 19 tweets. Okay, so there's this here. Those new to royal gossip want to know just how much the concubine Camilla wants to destroy Princess Diana's children. Yep, this is what She's right. I agree with her. And I just said something earlier about that in that video. Those new to royal gossip won't know just how much the concubine Camilla wants to destroy Princess Diana's children and how she uses her media minions like Piers Morgan to do it. Yes, I agree with her. The latest from Morgan on Prince William and Kate Middleton speak of an alarming cover-up. Okay? If William were to... this is why they divide the brothers. This is exactly why they divide the brothers. Because Harry had William's back. And William play along just because people are nice to them. To him, I would say. Oh my Lord. Wow. I think this is what's gonna happen. I told you guys, anything of Diana's, they don't care. They don't want it. Okay? And this is why I said, William better watch his back. If this is true, I'm telling you, if this is true, they're gonna make him the same way he went on in public to denounce his mother's thing with Camilla, the twin, the marriage, all of this. Okay? They push him to do that.
It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others.
Now they're gonna make him acknowledge that kid. If it is true, this is the part where they really want. They're gonna make him acknowledge the child, and then once he acknowledged the child, he... Oh my Lord, this is a mess. This is a mess if this is the way that I see it. And I'm not surprised at all. I might have the people wrong, but the same concept was in my mind. Wow. I will not be... And Charles doesn't even care. And this is why they all step back. Okay? Charles claimed he got cancer and take days off or whatever times he took off. And then Camilla tried to do the work that Charles should be doing, thinking people was gonna like her or whatever, but things didn't come out the way she wanted. Now she stepped back and now let the William nonsense happening, and then some of the tabloids are throwing him under the bus. Okay, so now they're gonna say, if you want positive coverage, you better a child. So now once they he legit that child, you know what's gonna happen? Don't be surprised. In a couple months or whatever, or maybe a couple years, he is under very huge pressure right now. Okay, so let's read. Piers Morgan has heard alarming things as he claimed Prince William is covering something up. Piers Morgan thinks William is trying to cover something up regarding his wife, Kate Middleton, as American media outlets make allegations about the state of the couple's marriage. So that was 14 March. Okay, so she retweeted that, and Camilla is using Piers Morgan to destroy Prince Harry, her final revenge against Princess Diana. Yeah, I won't be surprised at all. Anything of Diana's they don't want, because what they wanted was to control Diana, and they couldn't get that. So now they doing that with the kids. Oh my Lord, this is a freaking mess. She's evil. Yeah, William is making it easier for her though. Yeah, that's exactly that. I think so. Right? And this is, oh my God. And this is why they quickly, what's the other one? Piers Morgan named the races. The two races. Charles doesn't give a shit. Oh my God. He's a freaking baggage for God. And then the wife, okay, throw her under the bus. I don't think she did. I don't know why. She might be racist, but I don't think she was the one who claimed that. They throw her under the bus, and with all these people around her, once the narrative is what everybody around her is agreed with, no matter how much she comes out, try to proclaim her truth, nobody's gonna believe her because everybody around her are on the same page.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against her?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
So now they're gonna throw under the bus. Oh my God, this is a mess. This is a mess. Right? In my opinion, it started at London Clinic Hospital, where they attempted to verify William's story about what happened the night of December 28th. I believe Camilla has enough info to bend Prince John-un to the ground. Yeah, I think so too. Whatever it might be, but she has information. Okay, but if it was Meghan and Harry, he would have already told them what terrible things he had heard. So I don't believe it. Well, the thing is that it's not about Harry and Meghan now. It's about William. So they're probably trying to get him to agree onto something. Okay? This is how things work. If now the table is on him, the spotlight is on him, they want him to make a decision. Maybe, allegedly, I really specify on that, allegedly, if it is about the love child, they want him to acknowledge the child. That way, they could move on to the next step. This is what it is. They want to take it over. If he knew something, he would have been the first to tell the story or for a scoop. Nah, now it's on him. It's on him, so it's a different story here. It's a different ball game. Okay, so that's an ad. Okay, and it will end up that Camilla's son will be the next king. You know what? Look at my what do you call this? Look at the screen. I did a video. You know what? Let me just go to it, because I put it. What is it? I make it private. I think it's on my Patreon page. Okay, let me go look for that thumbnails. It's this video. The British Royal Family soap opera redo from PYTE. Okay, so they made me redo it. They keep on flagging it. It's this one. Okay, when did I do it? Okay, 2022. Okay, February 9th, 2022. Back in 2022. Well, I'm telling you, it's a mess. Okay, I'm not surprised by this at all. And it will end up that Camilla's son will be the next king of England. There's the laugh here. I'm not laughing by this. It could be, because I said it already. The concubine will also pay. Ego was the okay. Peace Morgan Sauvant. Okay, I can't read that. That's a different language. Let's go to the next tweet. My goodness, she came to take. Oh, damn. I don't have the link. Let me see something here. Okay, so this is the next tweet. I didn't bookmark the link. Okay, for them to make this statement suggests they may have looked at other photos to come to this determination. I doubt they will say they are no longer a trusted source over one photo, but who knows. Okay, so she retweeted that. Damn, they're giving North Korea restriction on KP pics. Phew, this must be a serious business crime committed. Alright, so that was on the 14th. Kate Middleton doctored photo. AFP says Kensington Palace no longer a trusted source, and kill notices usually reserved for North Korea. Oh, so that was that. Okay, so let's go into that and see what some people are saying. That was it. So let's move on. Next tweet. Still about the picture. I'm gonna turn this video into two. Alright, so they gave KP a chance to prove the photo wasn't a fake, but were ignored. This is way bigger than Kate. Okay, so what is that now? Could you give us the original? Notice he said originals and not original. What? This is the squad here. Let's go into it. This is the retweet. Was there more to it? Oh, so there's the video of the AFP. Okay, could you give us the originals? Notice he said originals, not original. Okay, AFP is one of the biggest news agencies. I asked its global news director Phil Shetwin if AFP will consider Kensington Palace a trusted source after the edited photo of the Princess of Wales and her children. Absolutely not. Wow, was the reply. Here is the exchange on at BBC Radio 4. Okay, it's a minute and 35 seconds. There will be screenshot. Okay, I think I have it someplace else as well. Let me go into it so it could be bigger. All right.
The previous kills we've had have been from, the North Korean news agency or the Iranian news agency, just to give you some background or context. All the agencies validated the photo, which clearly violated our rules because it's actually not even very well photoshopped. It was clearly a lot of problems with the photo. So it shouldn't have been validated. I think as soon as it was, all the photo editors and all the major agencies immediately saw there was a problem and got together and spoke about it and say, what do we do?
Oh, that's interesting. So you got on the phone with each other or got on a Zoom and all talked so as coordinated?
Yeah, exactly, because we're used to working together in what we call the royal pool. So all the agencies work together, and often there's just one photographer who will be covering a royal event for all the other agencies, bearing in mind that virtually the entire world's media subscribes to the agencies. So it's a way of irrigating the whole global media, as it were.
You said that Kensington Palace was a trusted source for you at the AFP. Is it still a trusted source?
No, absolutely not. Like with anything, when you're let down by a source, the bar is raised, and we've got major issues internally as to how we validated that photo. We shouldn't have done. It violated our guidelines, and therefore, we send out notes to all our team at the moment to be absolutely more vigilant about the content coming across our desk, even from what we would call trusted sources. Before we killed the photo, we all sent a message saying, could you could you give us the originals? Could you have a reply? We didn't get a reply, so that's why we killed the photo.
Wow, they give them chances. Okay, let's see here. You could hear the full edition of the media show here. There's that here. Okay, Palace of Deceit, Kate and William are liars. Okay, the royal family has always been a mirror of the North Korean propaganda machine. They refuse to be scrutinized and they are blindly allowed to manipulate anything for decades. It's outrageous. That's what I'm saying. Why did they take them so long? Because I believe it was the squad who were looking at it and said this is fake and they're pointing different things out. Okay, from classic white and I've okay, so that looks like a okay, I thought that was how do you call this? Ad. Doesn't match with the conversation. Kensington Palace was never a trusted source. A Mother's Day photo of mother and her children that she had photoshopped in amateurish way is being compared by the global news director of a major news agency to the output of the news agencies of Iran and North Korea. But the thing is that they asked them, okay, he did say, did you listen to the thing? Give us the original so at least we could see the difference and say whatever. Okay, whichever way they scrutinize images. But they didn't send it. That's the thing. They didn't send it. I'll go into that. Okay, so tag a whole bunch of people. They all asked for originals and there was no response. So that is why they killed the photo. Wow, this is big. Yeah, if they see the original and compare it with what was putting out, then they could make the difference. But there was no original. The same way on one of my videos where I believe Daily Mail was saying something about that particular photo. No, not that photo. Of Harry and Meghan's pregnancy photo. And they said something about the tree in the back. And then Mason quickly put out the original with all the information that attached with the image. Okay, it's a yellow dress and you could see everything else. The only thing that Mason did is the filtering. That was it. And then there's another tweet that I was doing before this video is that I believe it was President Obama's photographer was explaining about this type of things. It's on my previous tweet. Okay. So I said I was gonna go into that. Let's see what they say here. Okay. So a Mother's Day photo of a mother and her children that she had photoshopped in, and this is what the President Obama's photographer said, is not photoshopped. It is, what word did he use? Oh, he used a specific word. If I remember, I'll put the word on the screen. I don't remember the word. It's not Photoshop because he explained Photoshop has all the mechanism that, how do you call this? A camera that you take your pictures with. It has all those mechanisms and people could use these things to filter, put something darker or lighter, because when you're taking pictures you play with light, so you could do that. It's when you're removing objects, people, trees or something and change it to something else, that's when it's being altered. Okay, what's the word did he use? Fake or something? I don't know. So it's not Photoshop. Okay, and an amateurish way is being compared by the global news director of a major news agency to the output of the news agencies of Iran and North Korea. Okay, so there's response to that here. A manufactured official photograph that the institution released to international photo agencies, even though they knew it did not meet the submission standard. An institution that depends on the public's goodwill. Try again. Yeah. You're talking nonsense. Responding to that tweet here. The picture doesn't exist. It's all pictures put together. Okay, it was not an issue of photoshopping or editing. Multiple images were manipulated. Just because the British press is the PR arm of William and Kate does not mean other media and journalists around the world will let their integrity be questioned. The image was manipulated. Okay, it's not a photo taken by William It's a collage of various images put together to give the impression everything is fine. That's a manipulation, not editing or just Photoshop. That's something like that. And that route I was going with what the photographer of President Obama was saying. Okay, so that's that here. Do you not understand the difference between Photoshop pic and a fabricated pic? It means she cut and pasted various old photos pretending it was taken recently and sold it as a recent photo. They then could not provide a raw pic they supposedly edited, which means it doesn't exist. Okay, so there's that here. Yes, because North Korea also tried with picture to project a certain picture, and does so, you manipulate public opinion. Yep, that was the intent of the picture Kate put out. Let's not say Kate. I'm sorry, as much we want to bash her, okay, they put her as being the subject of the picture, so someone had to take it, even though we know it's fake. I think that was the word, fake, not Photoshop, fake. That's the word, fake. Okay, so and the post that put the picture out said it was William who took it. So let's not blame her on that. And she's missing, okay? All right, so let's not blame her on that. I know they're blaming her on it, but I don't know. You could allegedly, okay? Put allegedly with everything. All right? That was the intent of the picture Kate put out. It was said to have been taken by Willie last week to show how Kate looked, while the pic was a composite. There's that here. Why not just give the original picture when asked, and this will have been clear up? That's it. All right. No, a Mother's Day photo of a mother and her children that the Prince of Wales supposedly took was so photoshopped. KP was asked for the original and refused. So a future head of state lying is being compared to North Korea and Iran. Yes. There's that here. Okay, after these two, I'll go to the next tweet. What is it? If it's not that big of a deal, they should provide the original. It's real such a simple way to stop this, but they absolutely refuse to do so. Why? Okay, it's not about the photo. It's about Kensington Palace sharing the Mother's Day as a candid photo to the news agencies without mentioning the modification of providing the original photo beforehand. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back because that was a retweet, okay, of this. We saw that. Now back to that. Okay, there's that. This is bad, very bad. And yesterday Dicky had the nerve to demand that all the agencies that killed the photo apologize for what this is why I don't follow these people. Why should they apologize for? And this is the same thing they're saying about Harry. Harry should apologize for telling his truth. Oh my God. But let's finish. Kill the photo. Apologize for what they had done to Kate and the royal family. It's hilarious that the voter think the monarchy can control the media outside the UK. That's the life here. That's an ad. Okay, whatever is here, that's it. So what I infer from this is if Kepi had produced the original and they were all from the same time frame and basically the same, all would have been well. The refusal implies there were no original or Kate wasn't in the photo. Pretty much because they can provide the original. So they could make the distinction with what they were seeing, the inconsistency, okay, that they were seeing. I mean, it's obvious now that it's multiple pictures. They might as well provide them unless the extent of how much of a puzzle building went into this picture is more damaging. Yeah, okay, yep. We heard that loud and clear. They were giving an opportunity to provide raw copies, but they couldn't because it is in the invisible file. Okay? And the photo was only killed after KP refused to reply to the request for the original, is indicating they aren't minor changes. Let's go back. This is the original. Now we are in the squad sphere. Okay, original point to multiple photos being used. They had plenty of opportunities to combat this. They're too arrogant to think someone will ever check them. Never thought I'd hear a major agency say on international TV that KP is not a trusted source. It's happening finally. Okay, since the post started getting signed, I knew it wasn't her. My husband used to be design and said that the level of change and the photo was expert and difficult. She's the patsy for William. If they weren't divorcing, if she wakes from the coma and find out what he did while she was sleeping, okay, where do you live? Okay, La La Land. I don't know, but anyway, well, she make a valid point, because this is the nonsense they put out. They say she was in a coma. There's this. We still haven't know what's happening with her. Okay. In other words, the agency knew the picture they sent out came from old pictures framed into one. I don't know. Alright, so originals, not original, definitely the plural. Seems like KP thought they will get caught and ended up learning things the hard way. As they say, F1 find out. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. This one took a long time. Now, this is a video. Let's see. Next tweet. Okay, so what is that here? This raging hypocrite, singing for her super over a photo she knows was fake, is the same woman who approved Clarkson's deeply misogynistic article about Meghan and was unrepentant about it. Victoria Newton and the rest of Willie's minions can kick rocks. They all are baggage for God, that's all. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. After this tweet, I think I'm gonna call it that set, and then if I have energy to record some more, I'll make another video. This is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So let's listen. How many minutes? Okay.
It's been written that the marriage must be in trouble because she took her wedding rings off. I mean,
you don't believe it.
You've seen the size of that rock. I mean, I can't imagine she wears that ring most of the time at home, but I just thought that was really unfair and it felt a bit bullying, and that's why I thought we had to make a stand.
You think that Kate's had a hard time, she deserves a break?
I certainly do. A couple of days ago, I ran a front page saying lay off Kate, because it felt to me a bit like it was becoming bullying.
Oh, so where were you? Okay, now I see why she said about the, the Jeremy Clarkson thing. You know what? God, give each and every one of them their own baggage. They deserve their baggages. Okay? Give them their baggage. Because Meghan have been going through it, where she almost took her life. And this woman is coming...
This is a woman who's had a really, really serious operation, probably far more serious than anybody actually understands. She always said she would be out of the public life until...
Okay, so what kind of operation? They never say anything. They just say operation and this. They never come clean what's going on. So what are you talking about? Everybody's in the blink. Nobody knows what's going on.
Easter. She isn't head of state. It's a bit different to, say, King Charles, who I think we had more right to know more about his illnesses and what went wrong. But I think with Kate, she didn't deserve that. And what happened was these crazy online speculation, both here and in the US, went out of control. And it seemed that the public were really, really desperate to know what was wrong with her. But I think she had a right.
Yeah, the same way you guys been wanting to know about Meghan. And this is why she left the UK. She said no. But you guys interchangeable different things. Some of you saying she's not royal, and then when you want something out of her, now she's a royal because she did that website or IG, or she's using royal title. Now all of a sudden she's a royal. When whatever, those crazy mindset over there is ridiculous. Okay, this is why Harry and Meghan left the UK, to not get your tax money, and they weren't even getting it. Knowing what we know now, they weren't even getting paid. Meghan was paying for everything. Okay, the Frogmore cottage, okay, return that money because you guys wanted to know what's going on in their home. So this is why people are saying they need to know what's going on with Kate. The same way you felt, all of you felt like Meghan should be exposing her private life to you guys. So now Meghan is not taking your money, your taxpayers' money, but these royals are. So there it is. We're just spitting back everything you said to Meghan. That's all.
You're public people. All of you, in that moment, you're public people. Stop your squealing about privacy.
Piers,
if you want to be private, go back to America. And live privately.
Are you proud of your husband? I'm always proud.
And live privately. Pretty straightforward. We don't want to hear it.
Nothing more, nothing less. Exact same thing. Isn't she taxpayers funded? So, this is why they were asking. We just speeding exactly what you told Meghan.
Right to be at home and recuperate. So that front page sent quite a message. Because I'd noticed up until that point, the BBC were constantly leading with this. I think for 24 hours on their website, they were debating whether the trees had been altered in the picture for her Mother's Day one that she put out. So look, yes, she made a mistake in doing those alterations to the picture, but I spoke to Kensington Palace that morning and said, look, how is she? And they
Wait
said,
a second.
Wait, really upset. And
okay, wait a second. So, she acknowledged, is she speaking on behalf of the royal family? Because she just admitted that the pictures are fake. And they did say the pictures were fake eventually, didn't they? I don't know. Let me move it back here.
Made a mistake in doing those alterations to the picture, but I spoke to Kensington Palace that morning and said, look, how is she? And they said she's really upset and sad that she's caused all this trouble. All that she was trying to do is to put out a lovely picture for Mother's Day of her kids that she thought the public would enjoy. And you know what it's like, you've got 3 kids trying to get them to, you've got 3 kids to...
So do a real picture. Even if you in bed, do a real picture. Why do you have to look so perfect? This is the problem you people have. If whatever she's saying is true. Wouldn't it be nice to see, I don't know, not me, I don't care about her though, for the UK, because they already announced that she's sick, she's bed rest and everything. So the kids sit next to her bed and take the picture. So why do you have to make a fake thing? Why did she make, well, allegedly, I still don't believe it's her who's saying all of this to her, that woman who's speaking on behalf of whatever she's called, Kensington Palace, and ask, whatever her name is, that woman who's speaking right now, if whatever it is that she's saying is correct. I don't believe it's Kate who did that. But why did they present the picture as actually true? Why did they make people believe this is a real picture? Until people started questioning the picture, and then you have the AP asking for the original. So, if you took the picture, show them the original. That's all you have to do. There's nothing special or complicated about that. Just show them the real one. And then let them decide whatever it is that they want. Oh my Lord, they're making things worse. But we'll see. Eventually the truth will come out. Because these people live on a fantasy bubble of fantasy. So we'll see what happens in the future. Because the truth will come out eventually. I truly believe that it's not Kate who's saying all of this, because based on what Meghan have said in the past, okay, not about this nonsense that's going on in the UK. When she was in the UK, she was not the one who was in charge of the IG account, from my understanding. This is what I believe I heard her someplace. I don't remember where, but I think she said she was not the one who her or Harry in charge of the IG account. But whatever. Oh my Lord, let's listen.
I think, haven't you got trying to get them all to look the same way for a picture and smiles pretty difficult?
Yeah.
What?
So I can see that. And of course, once she realised she'd made a mistake, she apologised.
The actual editing doesn't seem to strike me as mattering very much, but in a world of conspiracy, and you know this, the nut that I'm sure, as editor of The Sun, how many of people you know text you and say, what's really going on with Kate and William? What's the truth about it?
Off the scale.
And it does exist, doesn't it? This whole culture, and it's not necessarily just wackos in their basement. I include my wife in this. I know lots of people who just genuinely are obsessed with that story. And so the worst thing they could have done was screw up a picture. Because once people believe in conspiracies, and something like that happens, it reinforces the conspiracy, whatever she then says.
Absolutely. That's why it was a terrible mistake that was made. Now, I think they made it innocently. I think
No, they've been doing that. This is the one that they call them out. What about the picture of her in the car? Who put that picture out? I don't know. Maybe I really don't know. But it was one of those pictures where the car has 3 wheels. So who put that out?
Well, William took the picture in good faith. She wanted it to look good and sent it over without realising that you couldn't really do that. So it was a mistake. Should Kensington Palace's press people have protected her from that? I mean, if I were them, of course they should, but if I were them and I got sent a picture from the future king, I would assume it was fine. So I can see how mistakes were made. I mean, there was another sort of wider point I wanted to make, really, is that I've met William quite a few times now, various events and things, and I know how deeply he feels about protecting that young family, and especially his wife and children. He had a difficult upbringing himself with a family that was disjointed, and he's determined to have a really, really private life for his own children. He's really close to them. They always make sure they're home for bath time, bedtime. She cooks most of the meals. I mean, it's very different to the life he had growing up, and that's why he's so fiercely protective. And
who's cooking? Did I hear this correctly? Who's cooking?
Children. He had a difficult upbringing himself with a family that was disjointed, and he's determined to have a really, really private life for his own children. He's really close to them. They always make sure they're home for bath time, bedtime. She cooks most of the meals. I mean, it's very different to the life he had.
It's what I made earlier. Okay, so am I just pouring it straight in here? Yes. Okay. How much? Very thin. Very thin, okay. Oh, crazy. Is that good?
It'll take some time, is it?
I'm back on here. I'm really nervous. That's not going That's definitely not going anywhere.
She cooks most of the meals.
Cooking is always fun, kind of.
Yeah. Maybe the children won't want to do pancakes with me this afternoon. They're like, Mummy, we've seen you do it, but there's no way. Okay. Please don't show everyone this is my one. I might have to have a go at flipping all of the ones you did earlier.
She cooks most of the meals.
There's no way that's going to go.
That's the first one, that's why.
She cooks most of the meals.
Okay. I'm going to try and go with this one, but I think it's going to get stuck.
Yes, you can pop it. I will pop it.
She cooks most of the meals.
Definitely don't need that one.
That part.
Definitely don't need that one.
She cooks most of the meals. I mean, it's very different to the life he had.
She cooked most of the meal. Why are these people lying? She can't even do a pancake. What the hell? She cooked most of the meal. So is she doing that while she is, what do you call this, bed rest or something? Oh my Lord. But let you finish listening to that.
Growing up, and that's why he's so fiercely protective. And the nonsense that's been written that the marriage must be in trouble because she took her wedding rings off. I mean, have you seen the size of that rock? Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine she wears that ring most of the time at home, but I just thought that was really unfair and it felt a bit bullying, and that's why I thought we had to make a stand. I just thought that was really unfair and it felt a bit bullying, and that's why I thought we had to make a stand. And I'm glad it's had an impact.
I thought she shouldn't have had to apologise on her own. I thought he took the damn picture. Kensington Palace released it. I know that's what hates me saying.
It's like day 5 of this theory.
Why did you have to apologise? Like, he should.
Yeah, they could have come from both of them.
I just finally then, are you surprised? This is a slick operation. You've been reporting on this slick operation for ever. And this looks like they've lost that slickness, haven't they?
Well, they will have a bit of trouble in terms of people might say, well, can we trust everything they say in future? So that is an issue for them. But I think there are things that they can do to mitigate that. I mean, let's see what he says. He's quite good at making little jokes here and there, William. So maybe that's how he does do that in future at an event. Maybe not today at the Diana event he's going to later on. But and maybe they'll invite official photographers in to take their pictures next time. That's what I would do if I were them.
Whew, that was brutal. Okay, let me leave that alone. I don't even want to has been here. That was March 14. Baggage for God. That's it. Okay, someone throttled that witch. She passed Clarkson's deeply offensive article about Meghan to go to press, and she defended it. Someone should feed her own fetid excrement, then put her over a... Okay, there's that word here. I don't want to... Okay, so that's it. All right? Prayer for this, baggage for God. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.